This video is about Gloria Allred, the Me Too frontline attorney, whose work spanned from 2017 to 2022 and beyond. Gloria Allred is an attorney known for forcing America to confront issues of gender justice and civil rights. Her legal strategy is built on precision and empathy, aiming to transform private harm into public systemic reform. Allred's approach centers on making sure America pays attention. She uses precision, empathy, and coalition building in the courtroom. A key part of her strategy is utilizing the media to achieve accountability and drive systemic reform. Gloria Allred was born in Philadelphia in 1941. She transitioned from a career as a teacher to become an activist and attorney. Her legal focus has always been on gender justice and civil rights. Allred's legal philosophy emphasizes protecting powerless citizens. She believes advocacy must be survivor-centered. She leverages the media for accountability and prioritizes turning private harm into public systemic reform. Precision and empathy define Allred's courtroom presence. Coalition building is central to her legal strategy, which focuses on public systemic reform and achieving accountability for those responsible for the harm. The 2017 Harvey Weinstein case involved numerous survivors coordinating their efforts, many fearing retaliation. Allred filed a historic class action suit alleging workplace sexual harassment, retaliation, and corporate negligence. The case against Harvey Weinstein marked a significant moment, exposing systemic issues in the entertainment industry. Harvey Weinstein, a famous Hollywood producer, faced decades of serious allegations starting in 2017. These allegations brought to light a pervasive culture of silence in the industry. The Allred case legal suit included allegations of corporate negligence and a pattern of enabling behavior. The historic class action suit was filed alleging sexual harassment, with many survivors fearing retaliation. Allred's legal strategy utilized a class action structure. Evidence of pattern and practice was critical. Media pressure was leveraged to prevent quiet settlements, ensuring accountability for the company. The strategy involved building a coalition of survivors to demonstrate pattern and practice. Civil discovery exposed corporate complicity, and media pressure prevented quiet settlements. The case was framed as a systemic failure. The legal action resulted in a multi-million-dollar settlement. Harvey Weinstein was criminally convicted, and studios were subsequently forced to adopt new harassment protocols. The Weinstein case was an ignition point for the #MeToo movement. Civil litigation proved effective against powerful figures. Accountability for systemic failures was achieved, leading to new harassment protocols in studios. The 2018 Larry Nassar case involved the doctor for USA Gymnastics, who faced decades of abuse allegations. The case highlighted severe institutional failure within the organization. This mock trial kit provides an exploration of the case of the People versus Larry Nassar from 2018. Gloria Allred was involved as counsel for a group of victims in this story-driven exploration of law, power, and healing. The FBI launched an investigation and review into the handling of sexual abuse allegations against former USA Gymnastics physician Lawrence Gerard Nassar. The investigation was detailed in a July 2021 report. This document, titled "Turning a Blind Eye," is a case study of USA Gymnastics' response to the Larry Nassar scandal. It also features a comment on the role of catharsis in criminal law during the Nassar victim impact hearings. The scandal involved shocking betrayal by Larry Nassar and the institutional failures within American gymnastics, which were exposed through various media and investigations. Allred represented numerous gymnasts in civil lawsuits against institutions. She exposed how institutions ignored prior abuse complaints and pushed for legislative and systemic reform in response to these failures. The resulting $500 million settlement is the largest sexual abuse settlement in sports history. This massive settlement provided crucial compensation for the survivors, with legal action taken against the United States Olympic Committee. The Nassar case had a long-term impact, leading to mandatory reporting reforms and sparking a national conversation on youth sports safety. Institutions were held accountable for ignoring abuse complaints. The case focused on the need for accountability and institutional change to protect vulnerable individuals in sports. Another key case is Thorne versus El Segundo, California, a legal battle related to employment and privacy rights. The case involved a woman who sued the city of El Segundo, raising important questions about privacy in the workplace. The Thorne versus El Segundo mock trial case kit provides a framework for exploring the legal issues involved in this employment case. The plaintiff, Megan Thorne, a civil engineer, applied for a senior structural engineer position in her city of residence, El Segundo. The hiring procedure required a mandatory polygraph examination administered by a private vendor. The polygraph included a contested question about recent compromising sexual activity. The city declined her job offer, citing failure to meet security standards after the test. Thorne v. El Segundo includes claims of sex-based discrimination under Title VII and violation of the, quote, private inquiry prohibition. It also cites invasion of privacy under the state constitution and negligent emotional distress. The claims cover Title VII sex-based discrimination, violation of the EEOC Enforcement Act's private inquiry prohibition, invasion of privacy under the California Constitution, and negligent or reckless infliction of emotional distress. GLORIA ALLRED is a renowned civil rights attorney. Her legal strategy, survivor-centered litigation, achieves corporate accountability by turning private harm into public systemic reform. The plaintiff's legal strategy argued that the polygraph question was illegal sex-based discrimination and violated the, quote, private inquiry prohibition. They also claimed the policy invaded privacy under state constitutional protections and cited retaliation. The outcome of Thorne v. El Segundo included $250,000 in compensatory damages and $500,000 in punitive damages. Injunctive relief was granted against invasive polygraph questions, and the city was ordered to issue a public apology. ALLRED's lasting impact is defined by survivor-centered litigation, achieving corporate accountability, and pushing for systemic reform by transforming private harm into public policy changes. ALLRED is often described as fearless and media-savvy. Her public persona is relentlessly focused on her clients' needs, using media strategy to focus public attention on her cases. ALLRED holds a significant place in legal history as one of the most influential civil rights attorneys. Her strategy is defined by survivor-centered litigation that achieves corporate accountability and systemic reform. GLORIA ALLRED changed the culture by winning key cases. Her influential legal strategy uses survivor-centered litigation to turn private harm into public systemic reform, achieving corporate accountability. As a crusader for civil rights, ALLRED's legal philosophy centers on gender justice. She works to turn private harm into public systemic reform, utilizing media strategy to focus public attention on cases. Known as a media queen, ALLRED is media-savvy and uses this strategy to focus public attention on cases. Utilizing media is a powerful tool for achieving accountability and preventing confidential settlements. GLORIA ALLRED remains an influential civil rights attorney. Her focus on gender justice and civil rights, corporate accountability, and turning private harm into public systemic reform ensures her enduring importance.